Okay, hi, my name is Callie, like she said, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the journey of how I found my faith in God. One of my all-time favorite quotes is, "The only thing to fear is fear itself," said by Franklin D. Roosevelt. I love this quote because it made me feel like I could accomplish anything in the world if I didn't have fear. But the problem was I had a lot of fear. There's a common joke that I have an inner mom in me because I am both always one, rushing, and two, worrying. I would like to bring you back to ancient times when I was in 6th grade.
Ancient, yeah.
These were some very interesting days because I was extremely confused about the life in God and how it all worked. And I also had this crazy theory that in order to be successful, you had to be the most popular girl or the prettiest or the most athletic. Since then, I have definitely learned better through Christ, but like I said, I was extremely confused. I also thought that God was some wish-granting genie, that if I rub my hands together like this, everything I prayed for would just appear. Every night I would recite a prayer that went a little something like this. Sup, God? So I have a few favors if you wouldn't mind doing, because I know you're super busy with the world and stuff, but if you wouldn't mind making me super popular or athletic, that'd be great. Also, if you wouldn't mind putting in a few A's on tests, that'd be awesome too. Amen. Okay. Well, obviously I didn't have the best intentions. After a while, I wasn't seeing any progress, so I began to lose hope in God, and I also began to get angry at God. So I did what I do with my parents when I want something, is I bug them nonstop until it happens. But, you know, I was kind of hoping for different results because usually it didn't happen, totally understandably. So then that tactic was not working, so then I went to Plan C, and this is a common one used in middle school, and it's called shunning or ignoring God. Like I said, very confused. So I decided from that point on, I was on my own. I was spending my whole life and making my own decisions, and this is where my inner mom really kicked in. When things weren't moving fast enough and God didn't appear right before my eyes, or at least I thought he didn't, I gave up. Also, when I began to shut God out of my life, this is where the worrying really set in, and I was trying to carry the whole weight of the world on my tiny little shoulders. In my verse, Jeremiah 29:13, it says, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." My biggest problem was I was seeking God not wholeheartedly, but half-heartedly. When God didn't appear right before my eyes right away, I swore I was all alone and that God did not love me. I also never really took the time to sit down, breathe, and thank God for all the blessings in my life. These were some of the hardest days of my life. I let worrying consume me to the point where sometimes I'd get so sad and rob me of what was supposed to be some of the best times of my life. My mom always tells me to worry less and pray more, but instead I was worrying more and praying less. I was containing so much emotions and problems that it all became too much. So finally, one night, I gave in to God. But what was different than the other times I tried communicating with God is I went to God wholeheartedly with everything I had. What was even crazier was all I did was talk to him. It was so crazy, I never knew how simple yet life-changing it was just to sit down and express all my worries and my feelings. And it felt as if my shoulders were relieved of a ton of weight. At that single moment, I realized I was never alone. Not only was God watching over me, but I opened my eyes to see all the other blessings in my life, such as my amazing and accepting parents and siblings, my fantastic relatives, especially my Uncle Jared, who dedicates so much time and energy to the PATH program, which has helped me in my journey to express my faith in God, and also PATH has shown me all the great wonders God has created all around us. I would even like to mention my pet bunny, who never ceased to bring me joy. I also met new friends, especially the girls in my PATH group, which God blessed me with, because we started off not knowing a single thing about each other to what I can safely say as friends that I will hold forever. And they also made me feel as if I didn't have to be the smartest or the most popular girl to be loved or accepted. I then began loving my life wholeheartedly and speaking to God daily. This doesn't mean that my life was perfect from then on. I still had many hard and terrible days, but I was never alone. Before I leave, I want to say something my dad tells me. You can be a worrier or a warrior, and I have decided to be a warrior. But not only have I decided to be a warrior, but a warrior of God, with an army behind me full of people I love and who love me, and with the biggest power of all powers, which is God's love. Thank you.
Oh, Callie.